When you see a penguin, you see a tuxedo-wearing bird waddling across the ice. You think of family movies, cute animations, and the voice of a gentle documentary narrator. But over a century ago, a scientist named George Murray Levick stood on the frozen shores of Antarctica and saw something so disturbing he wrote his notes in Greek code just so the general public would never read them. He called these creatures hooligans. He saw a side of nature that we have spent 100 years trying to ignore. These are not the innocent birds of your childhood. They are calculated, ruthless, and in many ways, the secret monsters of the ice. The world of the Adelie penguin is a desolate wasteland of frozen wind and jagged rock. To survive and raise a family, they need stones to build nests. But stones are a rare currency in a world of ice. Instead of searching for their own, these birds turn into professional thieves. They wait for a neighbor to turn their back, then they strike. They snatch a pebble and waddle away with a look of perfect innocence. This isn't a minor disagreement. It often leads to brutal, bloody brawls where they use their flippers like clubs, battering each other until someone collapses. But theft is just the beginning of their dark toolkit. When an Adelie penguin is hungry, it must dive into the freezing ocean to hunt. But there is a terrifying shadow beneath the waves, the leopard seal. These predators wait just under the ice shelf to tear a penguin to pieces. To solve this, the penguins don't work together. Instead, they gather at the very edge of the ice cliff, jostling and shoving one another. They are waiting for a victim. They will literally peck and push a member of their own colony into the water to see if they get eaten. They watch. If the water stays blue, it is safe to jump. If the water turns red with blood, they simply turn around and walk away. They use their friends as living bait. Then there is the kidnapping. Sometimes a female penguin loses her own egg or chick to the elements. Instead of mourning, she goes on a hunt. She will find another mother and violently rip a chick away from her. But here is the darkest reality. She often doesn't actually know how to care for it. Once the adrenaline of the theft wears off, or if the chick becomes too difficult to manage, she simply abandons it in the snow. The stolen baby is left to freeze to death or be picked apart by scavenging birds while the kidnapper waddles off as if nothing happened. Levick's journals were hidden in secret archives for decades because they detailed behaviors so deviant that 1910s society couldn't process them. He saw groups of males harassing females and acts of depravity involving the dead. It was a level of cruelty that seemed impossible for a bird. We like to project human kindness onto animals, but the Adelie penguin reminds us that nature does not care about our morals. In the coldest place on Earth, there is no room for politeness. There is only the cold, hard drive to survive. Next time you see those tuxedoed birds on your screen, look closely at their eyes. You aren't looking at a friend. You're looking at a survivor who would sacrifice everything, including you, for a single pebble.